If I could speak to the entire world, what would I say? I would say money is crushing our souls. We are being lied to. Humans are masterful manifestors of reality, but that's being used against us. I would say that humans are divine creatures. We, well, despite what atheists would have you think, um, there is a creative consciousness, source consciousness, God, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, put a name to it, whatever. But there is a central point from which all awareness stems. It all comes from. And more, quantum physics, quantum science is proving that. More and more, it's proving that. But there's truth to it on a level that science just hasn't been able to reach yet. An intuitive knowing, like a close your eyes and let everything drift away, and the only thing that remains is awareness. And in that awareness, you know that you are connected to everything, and everything is connected to you. And everybody feels that. I think all living creatures feel that. And I think that awareness that we're all connected to is one central consciousness, and it's just individuating itself. If what I said to the world, if what I just said were to have an effect on the world, were to dramatically shift the world in any direction, right? Which direction would I want it to shift into? I would like humanity to open its eyes, and just recognize how needless the pain and suffering that we've caused ourselves is. And we've caused ourselves all this pain and suffering by being ignorant to the fact that we're being manipulated and lied to and steered down a path that none of us truly want to go down, but we're all going down this path anyway because it's easiest. It's easy to relinquish all of your choices, relinquish your freedom to something that is telling you it has your best interest at heart. Even though we're looking at the world right now, and there's proof everywhere we turn that the thing guiding us, the system, right, and whoever's in control of it, does not have our best interest at heart. All these corporations that are literally pumping poison into us at every turn, obviously do not have our best interest at heart. These organizations, these three-letter organizations, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get my video flagged or whatever, but despite what a lot of people say, despite what your doctors will tell you, because they just learned to trust these organizations in college. They went to medical school and they learned to trust these organizations because they were told to trust these organizations. I guarantee you almost none of your doctors actually delved into that rabbit hole and picked apart the medical field and where it's getting its information and where that information is being disseminated from. I mean, if they were, they wouldn't be doing half the shit that they're doing. They wouldn't be heavily encouraging vaccines that... Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that. I'm probably going to bleep that out. But you know what I mean, because a lot of people are thinking the same way that I'm thinking right now. Killing each other is pointless. Stealing is pointless. Conducting ourselves in a manner that is vengeful and angry is pointless. When you leave your house, you're pissed off about something. Nobody outside of your house did anything to piss you off. We're all dealing with the same shit. We're all part of the same society, having to deal with the same shit. I mean, we're all just trying to get by. Don't take your anger out on other people, because all that's doing is perpetuating anger and vengefulness and hatred and resentment for our brothers and sisters, for the rest of humanity. I'm not going to leave my house. If I'm pissed off about something, I'm not going to take that out of my house and direct it at other people. They did nothing to me. Plus, my problem isn't with them. None of our problems should be with other people, with the rest of us that are just dealing with this shit. We all have to deal with money and having to make money to live, and if we don't make money to live, then we fucking die. 90% of the time we die, or we end up homeless, in which case most of the time leads to very, very poor health. A lot of them die. And that's just a fact. And it's a fact that none of us want to pay attention to, and we'll say, oh, no, they don't. We offer shelters, and we offer all this stuff. But those shelters get filled up fast, because there's a lot of people that can't afford. And also, people will say, well, maybe they should go get a job. I don't know. I'd like to believe that humanity is not retarded, is not stupid. But don't you think that they would have tried that? Don't you think they would have tried that already? If it was so easy for you to think of it, and for me to think of that, don't you think it was easy for them to think of that? There are factors that we are ignorant to, that we purposefully choose to be ignorant to, because, one, it's easier to be ignorant to it. It's easier to say, oh, they could just do this, or they could just do that, or, But my people in my family have been homeless before. They busted their ass to not be, but they ended up homeless anyway. Granted, they clawed their way, some of them have clawed their way back up, from the bottom. But it's fucking difficult. Not everybody has the willpower to do that. A lot of people give up. Usually because they're fucking depressed. And they don't want to jump right back in to be knocked down again. Because that's what our society does. It knocks people down. But that's not what it should be doing. The point being, we're all trying to survive. If you want to be angry, and you want something to take your anger out on, and you don't want to go take a kickboxing class or a martial arts class or a fighting class, and you don't want to go to the gym and channel your anger into physical fitness, and you don't want to, eat better and channel your anger into nutrition, however that would happen. If you don't want to find healthy avenues to be angry, right? Then direct your anger towards the true source of your problems. And it won't be anybody that lives next door to you. It won't be anybody that's outside, just walking around. Because the people who are in control of the system, they hide. They run and hide like fucking cowards, because they are. They stay hidden in their secret circles and their secret underground fucking shit. And sorry, I'm being very colloquial. In their secret underground clubs. They hide. They don't go to the grocery stores like you and me. They pay other people to get that shit for them because they can print money whenever they want. But I'm not going to get into all that. I don't want the video to get flagged. But there is research you all need to do. There is research that even I still need to do, that we all need to do, to be aware of what's really going on. Because I promise you, life is not naturally shit. It is not this difficult. It really isn't. The thing that makes life this difficult is the system that we are living in. You think a lion or a tiger or a bear, oh my, or a swallow or an eagle or any other creature that doesn't adhere to a monetary system is living a life that is this difficult? No. They're not living it in the same ways, because I know what arguments you're going to pose, right? The argument that, well, no, it's dog eat dog out there. They have to deal with different struggles. They have to kill each other or compete with one another for food and stuff like that. Yes, they do. That's absolutely right. But we call ourselves evolved, right? We call ourselves evolved, and in our natural state, right, without all of this industrialization and advancement in technology, which isn't going anywhere, by the way, it's not going away. By no means am I suggesting we revert to caveman times. That would be stupid to just toss all this advancement in the trash. But in our natural state without it, we would be doing the same thing, competing with one another to mate, competing with one another to gather food, resources, okay? Without a monetary system and without all the advancements in technology and society that we've made, that's what we would be doing. But we are advanced creatures, capable of expanding our consciousness beyond what an average creature could, right? We have the capacity, the ability to think up solutions to our problems. And solutions have been thought up. I'm not coming on this video to say that, we all need to work together to find a way out. No. We already have multiple ways out. There are ways out. I might even link some of them in the video. And, whatever I don't mention and whatever I don't link, you can find with research. You just have to be willing to devote your time and energy to it, right? But if we all paid attention to these ways out, and we all cooperatively work together to get the fuck out of the situation that we're in that is destroying humanity right now, then maybe 5-10 years down the road, after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, we would be good. We would be out. We would be happy. There wouldn't be people that are homeless. That would be that would be an ancient concept that we rooted out. There wouldn't be poverty. There wouldn't be starvation. We would root those things out if we paid attention to the solutions to our problems instead of fighting amongst each other. We just need to work together. That's it. We need to work together. Anyway, I compiled a list of questions for myself, and I'm answering them to the best of my capabilities. I have one more question for myself. What do I want the world to know about me before my time on this earth is done, or at least my body, my vessel's time on this earth is done? What do I want other people to know? I'm just like everyone else. We're all stuck in the same situation. And it sucks. But I don't want to be born, raised, live, and die struggling it with the same things that we've all been struggling with. I want to die one day peacefully, knowing that the world has made a transition from shit to abundance and prosperity and love and happiness for everybody on a constant basis. Not just when we get together in groups like hippies and fucking smoke pot, that shouldn't be the only time that humanity has love for one another and shows it. When it should be commonplace instead of fear, because that's what's commonplace right now is fear. You walk out of your house, you're afraid. You say you're not, right? But that's typically because you're driving away from your house. And even then, there's a little bit of fear. There's a little bit of fear that you're going to get in a wreck. There's a little bit of fear that somebody's going to stop you on the way to your car, or when you're leaving your car and try to mug you. There's fear. It's there. And if you have to walk or take public transport, there's even more fear. Okay? And to deny that would be to ignore a very crucial part of the struggles that we face today. That fear causes so much anxiety and stress that bleeds into all of our other decisions. Our actions that we take are affected by our mental state, and our mental state is affected by the amount of stress and anxiety that we have to deal with on a constant basis. Because it's all chemical. It's not just made up shit. Stress isn't just an imaginary thing. Anxiety isn't just an imaginary thing. It's chemicals coursing through your body, causing processes to take place in ways that they shouldn't when you're experiencing those chemicals, the reactions of those chemicals, at a constant basis. You're literally degrading your body. And you're degrading your health. And you're making decisions from a suffering body. You're making decisions from a suffering mind. And you can't say that those decisions being made from a suffering and a dying body would be better or are better than decisions made from a healthy body, from a prospering body, from a happy body. It's illogical to conclude that that would be true. Another thing is, I'm a man of vision. That's not a flex. That's not me saying that I'm better than anyone else. I've already just told you I'm the same. I'm just like everyone else. But I do have a vision, and it's one of peace, and it's one of prosperity and abundance, and I would hope that other people shared it. I know that other people share it. Those are the people I want to connect with, you know? Not the people that are probably watching this video thinking that I'm a fucking idiot, you know, or whatever you're thinking that isn't positive in any way. Sorry, I should probably mute my phone during videos. I want a better future for all of the inhabitants, current and future inhabitants of this earth, whether they be human or not. I want peace. I want happiness. I want abundance. I want prosperity. I want love and joy, widespread. And it's not utopia, and it's not a fantasy land or a dream, like a lot of people would say or think. It's extremely possible. It's not even it's not just possible. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. I have faith that it will. It's gonna happen. I want it to happen sooner rather than later, and I think everybody else should too. If any one of us is capable of envisioning a better future, then we are all capable of envisioning a better future. Maybe even the same one. That's just how collective consciousness works. We're all connected. We're all connected. That's a topic for another video, maybe even the next video. But we are all connected. We share emotions. We share thoughts. Telepathy. Whatever you want to call it, we're connected profoundly in ways that science has yet to explain. Quantum science is pretty much there. But for those of you still following Darwinism and Newtonian science and shit like that they're still teaching in school because they don't want you to be updated and, you know, actually know what reality consists of, you're probably a little bit skeptical of phrases like the ones I've used. Those were my 3 questions for myself, and those were my answers. Like, follow, subscribe, or just like and subscribe. Leave a comment what you want to hear or see from me. And I look forward to the next video.